People who got fired on your very first day. What did you do? I lasted 4 hours. No regrets. 8 months ago, I was sleeping in the back seat of a car that didn't run anymore, parked behind a gas station that let me use the bathroom as long as I bought a coffee I couldn't always afford. I'm not telling you that for sympathy. I'm telling you so you understand how badly I needed the job I'm about to describe getting fired from. It was a steakhouse downtown, white tablecloths, a wine list thicker than a phone book, the kind of place where one dinner cost more than I used to make in a week. A guy named Lou ran the floor. Older, silver hair, hands like he'd actually worked for a living. He was the only person who called me back out of the 50-something applications I'd thrown out into the world, and he never once asked about the gap on my resume or why my list of references was completely empty. He just looked at me for a long second and said, "Everybody's broke once. You hungry?" I said yes. He said, "Good. Monday." Monday, before the doors opened, he pulled me aside by the host stand and gave me the only rule that mattered. Listen to me. In here, the customer is always right. I don't care what they say to you. I don't care how stupid it is, how rude it is, how wrong it is. You smile. You agree. You make them feel like the most important person in the building. You don't correct them. You don't argue. You don't get clever. That is the entire job. Can you do that? I told him I'd spent my whole life agreeing with people who treated me like garbage. He laughed and said I was a natural. And for 3.5 hours, I was. I sat the loud finance guys and agreed their window table was the best one in the house. I agreed that the bottle the guy couldn't pronounce was an inspired choice. I told a man celebrating his divorce that he looked 10 years younger. Lou kept catching my eye from across the floor and giving me this little nod, and I felt human for the first time in a year. I actually started thinking maybe I'd made it out. Then she walked in. She came